Good morning. Ready for some yoga? Hoping a few people can join us this morning live. Day 20 for me. Hope you all are hanging in there. It's a pretty day outside, so I came outside. A little bit chilly, but we'll get moving. If anybody has any requests, type them in. It's so weird just talking to myself. I always feel like I'm talking to myself, but now there's not even anybody to chuckle at my jokes, nothing. So I'm really talking to myself. So if you do have any requests or comments or needs, let me know. Hey, Kathy. Give everybody just a few more seconds to chime in here, to arrive on their mats. Hi, Ava. So good to see people coming. Courtney. Hi, Courtney. It just feels so weird, right? We're figuring it out moment by moment, right? Okay, well, we are going to get started. So if you want to come down onto your backs on your mat, you can bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet to the ground. I'm going to sit for a minute and then I'll join you on my mat because it's back there. So as you come to a comfortable seat, as you come onto your back, go ahead and let your knees tick-tock back and forth a little bit, side to side. Settling in, feeling the earth beneath you. We will stretch our lower backs today. So really feel that grounding support under you, knowing that it's there, safe and unshakable. Let your shoulders melt. Relax your hips into the earth. If your eyes are closed, think about softening your face, your jaw, and the space between your eyebrows. And then start to breathe. Intentional breath, lengthening the duration of both the inhalation and the exhalation. So as you breathe in through your nose, see if you can feel the expansion in your ribs and your lungs and in your belly. And as you breathe out, feel everything empty and soften. And then continue. Full breath in, softening and making space on the exhalation. Allow yourself to melt and release any gripping. Right now, we're all gripping onto so many things, ideas, expectations, hopes. And maybe for this next hour, we can release not only those things, but also our physical, muscular gripping. And if you'd like to set an intention for today's practice, go ahead and slide one hand onto your heart, one hand just above your belly button. Let your elbows rest by your sides. And call to mind your intention or your dedication. Make it a real and conscious thought that you can hold on to throughout our practice this morning. We'll seal it in with a big deep breath in and a full open mouth sigh. Do that once more, breathing in, and when you're ready, letting it go through the mouth. And then stay right here on your back. Start to draw your knees in towards you. Take your hands to your shins. Circle the knees, press the low back into the earth. Go in both directions here. And I'm going to move back onto my mat. I hope you can still hear me. And then you'll take both knees and dip them over to the right side, taking your left arm long, maybe taking your right hand and pressing it down on your legs. Finding a little twist here. As you inhale, think about lengthening your spine. And as you exhale, find a little bit more of a rotation. Take a few more breaths like that, softening into the twist with each exhalation. And of course, feel free to take modifications as you need them, using any props you have available to you. Always honoring your body and what it needs. And then we're going to go the other way, so take the knees through center, and we'll drop both knees over to the left side, extending the right arm long. See if you can release your right shoulder down towards the mat. And then let's come back up through a neutral spine, planting both feet on the ground. Step your feet out wide and let the knees rock gently from side to side. One side, then the other side. And then planting the feet again, we'll extend the right leg long, interlace your fingers behind your right thigh and roll your right ankle around. Point and flex the foot, wiggle the toes. And we'll come into a figure four, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh. You can leave your left foot down, or you can start to draw the left knee in towards you, interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh. And if you have a block or a book and you want to place that under your left foot, you can do that, or you can draw the knee in as much as you'd like. So find your variation here. And then drop your foot down, uncross your legs. We're going to do that on the other side. So this time we'll send the left leg up. Take movement through the ankle, the toes. We want to warm up through the joints. And then ankle crosses over for figure four on the other side. Take your modification or your adjustment here. Cultivating sensation through the outer left hip here. And then release that foot down. We'll pull both knees in, slide our hands behind our thighs and rock up, finding a seated position, legs crossed at the top of your mat. Sit up nice and tall. Feel free to sit on a block here or a blanket. And then take your shoulders up and back away from your ears a few times. Coming to stillness here, we'll raise both arms up high, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, get tall through your side body. We're going to crescent to the left, keep the right hip down. Maybe send your gaze under your right armpit. And then as you inhale, come back through center. We'll do it on the other side. And then do it once more on each side, keeping both hips planted firmly. Back to neutral and tilt. Come back through center. Take your hands down by your sides. We're going to take cobbler pose, bringing the soles of the feet together. And then you have options here. You can send your heels out away from you a little more or drag them in towards you a little more. We're going to work on stretching the low back a little bit. I know people have been sitting and dumping all of that pressure into your lumbar spine. So sit up tall on your inhalation and then start to hinge forward with a long spine. Try not to round your spine. So a lot of us will be here, right? But if you can come a little lower, maybe extend the crown of your head a little longer, extend your back a little bit longer, and start to reach your nose down towards the earth in front of you. If you have a block or blocks, you can bring your blocks in front of you, or books. Books are a good prop here, and you can rest your forehead on the blocks. If you're feeling really flexible through the legs, you can stretch the low back even more, drawing the crown of your head forward and then fold. So wherever you are, think about inhaling as you grow your spine long and exhaling to fold a little bit more. One more breath here. Big breath in. Full breath out. And then come up to neutral, and we'll make our way onto hands and knees, table pose. So stack your joints here. Bring your shoulders right under your wrists, your knees right under your hips, and we'll take some cow cats. So as you inhale, drop the belly down, lift up just a little bit. And as you exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin in, draw your shoulder blades away from one another. And then keep going like that at your own pace. It's an inhalation through your cow pose and an exhalation through your cat pose. So match this with your breath. Don't do the speed that I'm doing. Do the speed that your breath demands. And then we're going to meet in a neutral table pose and step the right foot back. Come onto the ball of the right foot. Press the heel back. Sway back and forth a little bit. And then we're going to come to a balancing table. So float the right foot up. Bring the heel in line with the hip. And then if you want to add the balance, left hand comes forward. Thumb faces the sky. Send your gaze towards your mat. As you find balance, we're going to take 3 long and slow breaths. You can always drop the knee or the hand. One more breath here. And then drop the left hand down. We're going to take the right leg out to the side, toe pointing to the top of the mat. So stretch it out long. And then we'll take a half child's pose. So send your hip back to your left heel. Reach out long in front of you and bring your forehead to the mat. If you want to take a little twist here, you can leave your right foot right where it is and take your left arm under your body, coming onto your left shoulder and your left temple. And then unwind. Come back onto hands and knees. Find your table pose again. Shake your tail out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So left foot will step back. We'll start with a stretch through the left foot, the left heel, the left calf. And then float the foot up when you're ready. If you'd like the right arm to join, right arm can join, reaching out long in front of you. Find your balance for 3 long and slow breaths. And then float the right hand down and step the left foot out long towards the side of your mat. Toes are going to face the top of your mat, coming back to your half child's pose, hips to heels. And then if you want to add the twist, right arm slides under the body, coming onto the right shoulder and right temple. And then unwind, come back onto hands and knees. We're going to make our way to our first down dog. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me. I might have to move. But first we're going to start in plank. We're going to start with our nice strong plank pose. And then on your next exhalation, send your hips high to the sky, down dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, come forward, shoulders over wrists, heels right over the balls of your feet. And then come to down dog. Do that once again, strong plank. Take a full deep breath in, long spine, crown of the head towards the top of the mat, tail towards the back. Exhale, down dog. From here, pedal your feet out, bend one knee as you press the opposite heel down to the ground. Take your dog for a little walk. And then come onto the balls of your feet, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, drop the heels down in the direction of the mat. Do that again, inhale to lift, exhale to drop. One more time, lift and drop. We'll hold our down dog, tailbone high to the sky, head hanging heavy, looking back towards your toes. And then start to slowly walk your feet forward. We're going to come into a forward fold. So step out a little wider than the mat. Grab opposite elbows and opposite hands and take your ragdoll pose. So hanging heavy here, shake your head out. Maybe bend into your knees a bit. Sway from side to side, moving weight from one side to the other side. Cultivating length through the entire back body. We're going to start making our way to a standing pose, mountain pose, so make sure you're at the top of your mat. Bring your feet under your hips and slowly roll all the way up to standing. You can bring your palms together at your heart. Shift weight equally into both feet. And find balance. So from the top of your mat, we're going to start working on a few sun salutations. Excuse my technical switches here. Okay. So we're at the top of our mat. We'll start with some sun breaths. As you inhale, reach high to the sky. As you exhale, forward fold, soft knees, let it go. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat back, long spine. As you exhale, fold. Do that again. Come all the way up on the inhalation. As you exhale, empty your lungs, let it go. Lift up halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale to fold. One more time, lift it all the way up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to fold here. We're going to plant the right foot and step just the left foot back. Come to a lunge, coming onto the ball of your left foot. Sway back and forth. Feel free to bring blocks under your hands here if that's helpful. Long spine as you inhale. Drop the hip down as you exhale a little bit. Then drop the left knee down. Untuck the left toes. We're going to sweep up, low lunge. Interlace your fingers over your head. Flip your palms and find your back bend. Lift your heart. Lift your chin. As you exhale, come back down. Plant your palms to frame your front foot. Half splits. Walk your hands back. Straighten your right knee. Come onto the heel of the right foot. Lengthen the spine on the inhalation. and extend over the extended leg on the exhalation. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, forward. Start to walk your hands back to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee up. We're going to step into plank pose. Then if you like to practice vinyasa, you can go through your flow, or you can come straight to down dog. So if you're flowing, shift the weight forward, lower down halfway. Flip up to your up dog or cobra, meeting in down dog. Take a few breaths here. Send your gaze to the top of your mat. Step one foot, then the other foot to the top of the mat. Lengthen halfway and fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring it right back down. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. One more time. Reach up, fill your lungs. Exhale, come all the way down. Lengthen halfway. And fold here. Let's plant our palms. This time step the right foot back, come onto the ball of the right foot, and find length through the spine and the back hip flexor. Breathe in to get long. Breathe out to drop the hip down a little bit more. And then knee comes down, arms sweep up, low lunge. This time hook your thumbs and find your back bend. Bring the hands back down, frame the foot. Let's find our half splits again. Walk your hands back to frame your front foot. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, plank pose. From here, find your way to down dog, however you'd like to arrive. And we're gonna meet in child's pose. So you can go through a flow, you can hold your plank, or you can come right to child's. So once you make your way into child's pose, rest there for a few breaths. Feel the back body rise and fall. And we're going to meet back in downward facing dog. From down dog, lift to the top of the mat, walk feet to hands. You can take a lot of steps or just a couple steps. And then when you get to the top of the mat, let's come all the way up. We'll take a few sun A's. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold here. Step into your high plank, top of a push-up, and then you can flow. I'm going to take half chaturanga, ardha chaturanga, dropping the knees, lowering all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra or up dog. And as you exhale, we'll meet in down dog. Looking to the top of the mat, bring feet to hands. Lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Do it again. Match the breath and movement. Coming up on the inhalation. Diving down on the exhalation. Lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. High plank. If you have a jump back in your practice, find it. And then go through your flow. I'll take half chaturanga again. Meet me in downward facing dog. Send your gaze to the top of the mat, feet to hands. Lengthen halfway and fold. Let's keep going. Inhale, reach it up. One breath, one movement. Forward fold. Lengthen halfway to prepare. Exhale to fold. Meet me in down dog, however you'd like to arrive. And then lift to the top of your mat, feet to hands. Lengthen
And just fold. Hold your forward fold here. This time, interlace your fingers behind your back. If you want to take your fist up and over your back, you can do that. Shake your head out. Keep a little bend in your knees. And then drop your hands down to the mat. We're going to walk our toes together and find our chair pose. Fierce pose. Send the hips down and back, weight in the heels. If this bothers your shoulders, you can have prayer hands or cactus arms. Maybe sinking down a little bit lower if this feels okay in your knees. Keep the breath flowing, even in these more challenging poses. One more breath in. Exhale, straighten the knees, forward fold. Let's step just the left foot back, warrior one. Warrior one feet, rise up, keep both feet planted. Press into both feet equally, and then bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, straighten your elbows, and bring your shoulder blades together. Lift up, lift your chin and your chest. And then as you exhale, find a long spine, humble warrior. Drop the shoulder down, maybe send your gaze to your back foot. Hands come down to frame the right foot. We're going to find standing splits. So peel the back leg up. It doesn't have to come up too far. Lead with your heel and drop your head. Keep a little softness in your standing knee. We're going to take some squats here. So start to bend into your standing knee and bring your left knee behind your right knee. Point the left toe. Lift to the top of your mat. Inhale, standing split. Send the leg up. Exhale, squat, knee behind knee. Do it again. Inhale, send the leg up. Exhale, knee behind knee. One more time. Big breath in. Find your squat. Hold it. You can leave your fingertips down, or if you'd like to work with balance, you can try to take your palms together at your heart. And then dropping your hands down, step back to your low lunge, come onto the ball of the left foot, and peel the right arm up. Option to take a half bind, right hand comes behind your back. If you want to reverse into your reverse skandasana, take your right hand, reach to the back of the room, come onto the knife edge of your right foot, the knife edge of your left foot, and keep your hips hovering. Come back through center. We're going to step into plank. Stay right here in your plank pose and take your left hand under your nose. Side plank, peel your right arm up. You can take the left knee down if you want to, or you can leave it lifted. You can come to a tree leg, or you can come to star pose, or somewhere in between. And then we'll meet in child's pose when you're ready. Toes together, knees apart. Come back to your breath. Reconnecting here. And then we're going to meet back in our downward facing dog. Start walking feet to hands. Coming to the top of your mat, come into your forward fold. Toes together, heels apart. We're going to find chair pose again. So come into your chair and take the arm variation you'd like. Maybe it's cactus arms or prayer arms. Let your legs be super strong here. One more breath here. Next Next time you exhale, straighten the knees, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. This time, let's step just the right foot back, warrior one feet. Find your warrior one as you rise. And then release your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Let's find that chest opener again. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, long spine, humble warrior. Keep your right hip forward, left hip back. Hands come down to frame the front foot, standing splits, peel the right leg up. Bring blocks or books under your hands here if that's helpful. You can also have your leg down pretty low, or you can have it up higher. Next time you exhale to squat, knee behind knee, point the right toe. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. Do it again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squat. One more time, lift. And then we're going to come back to that squat, looking to the top of the mat. If you want to play with your balance here, you can try to bring the palms together. And then release the hands down, send the leg back up. We're going to step back into our low lunge. Bring the right foot forward. Plant the right hand, peel the left arm up this time. Find your twist. If you want to take your half bind, you can take the left hand behind. And then if you want to take your reverse skandasana, reach back with your left hand and come onto the knife edge of both feet, lifting your hips high. Come back to your low lunge and step into your plank. Right hand under your nose for side plank, going the other way. Take the variation you'd like of this pose. Keep the breath flowing. And then coming back into plank pose, we're going to meet in child's again. So if you'd like to take another flow, you can take another flow. Or you can come directly to child's pose. Take your opportunity in child's pose to practice stillness. And then make your way back to down dog. From down dog, walk your hands to the back of the mat, feet to the front of the mat. So you're going to meet in the center of the mat in a forward fold. And if you want to take your toe bind here, you can grab onto your big toe with your peace fingers, drop your head and send your elbows in opposite directions. And then release the bind. We're going to sweep all the way up in the center of the mat, palms together over your head, hands come to your heart. Working on balance. Plant your left foot, bring your right knee in towards you. We're going to come to figure four, so crossing ankle over thigh. You can come into that one-legged chair, sending the weight down back towards your heel. You can also take your arms up so your biceps are by your ears. Even when you're balancing, you're still breathing. And then bring the palms back together and straighten the standing knee. By tip, will everybody tip? Staying in your figure four, you're going to bring the knee into the chest.
And then we're gonna find dancer. So bend the right knee, reach back with your right hand. You can leave your left hand on your heart. Once you make that connection, start to push hand into foot, foot into hand, and send the right foot back. Keep opening your heart. And then if you want to send the left arm forward, you can. Keep a little micro bend in the standing knee. And then bring everything back through center. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Bring your hands to your heart. We're going to cross ankle over ankle, so pinky toes touch now. Inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, take your forward fold with your ankles crossed. From here, you can grab opposite. You can grab behind your ankles rather, or you can take your shoulder stretch, whatever you'd like. And then release your hands down. Start to roll up slowly and uncross your legs. Shake it out. We'll try that on the other side. So bring your hands together at your heart. Take a deep breath in and let a breath out. Planting the right foot this time, bring the left knee in, figure four standing. And then you can bring this into more of a chair squat. Shifting the weight back. And if you want to add arms, you can add arms. This is where we tend to hold our breath because we're concentrated. We want to see if we can do both of those things at the same time. Breathe and balance. And then bring the hands together, straighten the knee. We're going to come back through center and bring the left knee in towards you. And then once you find that, start to work towards dancer. Take the left hand to grab onto the left foot. And then once you feel steady, you can start to kick back into the hand. Send the chest forward and add the arm if you want to. And let's come back to our stork pose, bringing the left knee back into the chest, hands at heart center. Slowly cross ankle over ankle, pinky toes touch. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, find your forward fold. And then bring yourself back up to a neutral spine, finding your mountain pose. If you're at the center of the mat, find the top of the mat and bring your palms together at your heart. Spread your toes wide, stand up tall and reach for the sky. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, just fold here. This time we're going to step the right foot back. We're going to come all the way into a lunge. And then we're going to take the right foot to 90 degrees as we press into our feet and find warrior two, gazing over the left fingertips this time. Dancing warrior, flip your front palm, peaceful warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Find it with your breath. One breath in, and then one breath out. So we all will probably be at a different pace. And then next time you find your extended side angle, hold it, reach your right fingertips forward, straighten just your front knee, and start to pull yourself up to triangle. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, spreading wide through the collarbone. And then draw yourself up to a neutral spine, heels in, toes out. Let's find our goddess pose. Sink down, drop the tailbone,
Shift the weight equally into both feet. Inhale, take your star pose. Exhale, find your goddess. Do that a few more times. Inhale to star. Exhale to goddess. One more time, star to goddess. This time, take your hands to your thighs, rotate your thighs, sit up nice and tall. Exhale to drop your left shoulder down. Inhale to come back to a straight spine. Other side. Do it one more time on each side. And then come back to neutral. Find your star pose, reach up, and then we're going to take warrior two over the right fingertips. Dancing warrior. Reverse on the inhalation, extended side angle on the exhalation. Keep going. One more time with your own breath. And then hold your extended side angle, side body stretch. Straighten just the front knee, and then open your arms to triangle. And then back up to five-pointed star. We'll come back into goddess. There's no one talking back to me to complain about it, so come back into your goddess. Eagle arms, take your arms out wide, left arm under right. You can also grab opposite shoulders here. And then take your elbows up towards your nose. Unwind, eagle on the other side, right arm under left. Unwind, take it up. Five-pointed star. Bring your hands to your heart. Start to toe heel your feet together. Come back into your mountain pose. So you should be at the center of your mat. We're going to come back into our chair pose. And then come a little lower if that feels okay on your knees. Shift your weight into your toes, lift your heels, and then rock back, lift your toes. Keep going. Find that transfer of weight here between heels and toes. And then we'll start making our way down onto our seat. So come all the way down. Good. Send your legs out in front of you. Tick-tock the legs back and forth. I'm going to move closer again, I think. By the time this is over, we'll be experts on video editing. So from here, I'm going to give you the option of pinwheel pigeon. So if you like resting half pigeon, you can do that. Otherwise, take this nice pinwheel variation with me. Bringing the right shin forward, left heel back towards your left hip, like a mermaid position. And then if you do have a block, you can bring it in front of your right shin. Rotate your torso over your right leg, and then fold. You can bring your forehead to the block, or you can come onto forearms, or even bring your forehead all the way down. And then come back up onto your palms. Go ahead and switch sides. You can take a wide stance with your legs to increase the sensation, and then rotate over your left shin and fold.
And then back through center. Go ahead and unwind. Bring your legs out in front of you. Shake them out a little bit. We're going to take a seated forward fold. So flex your feet, sit up tall. Again, if you're finding your spine is rounding, pop a blanket under your hips. That'll help to elongate. And then send your arms up. As you exhale, you're going to fold and reach in the direction of your toes. You may not touch your toes. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, fold to reach. One more time, come back up. This time you'll fold to reach and hold it, maybe grabbing onto your feet, maybe your ankles or your shins. Lengthen on the inhalation. And as you exhale, fold. Think about length through the low back. Back to neutral, come up and step your left foot over your right thigh. You can take your right arm and hook it around the outside of the knee, or you can take the elbow to the outside, I guess. Hook it around the outside or take it to the outside. And then take your left hand behind you and find a rotation through your spine, looking over your left shoulder. Keep both hips planted, sit up tall, and then rotate on the exhalation. Back to neutral, and then we're going to take the left foot and bring it to the inner thigh of your right leg. Bring the right leg out towards the top right corner of your mat, and then reach up on the inhalation, fold on the exhalation. Let's do that twice more. Inhale, exhale, fold over the extended leg. One more time. Inhale, and then fold and hold it. And then go ahead and release that. Let's come back through center. Send both legs out in front of you. Give them a little tap. And then we'll step the right foot over and take the twist on the other side. So sit up tall, lengthen your spine, and then bring your right hand behind you, look over your right shoulder. Come back to neutral, uncross the ankle and bring the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Rotate your torso. Big breath in as you reach up. Big breath out to reach towards your toes. Twice more, coming up and folding. One more time, come on up. And fold and hold it. Head to knee pose. And then back to neutral. We did have a request for a low back stretch, so I'm going to show you my very favorite low back stretch before we come down onto our backs. You're going to step your feet out wide, a little wider than hip distance with the soles of your feet on the ground. This is turtle pose if you know it. And then slide your hands under your feet and walk your elbows under your knees if you can. Long spine, crown of the head towards me. Keep going long, keep going long. Try to create length and space in your low back. And then if it feels accessible, come up onto your heels and start to slide your heels out. If it feels okay here, you should be feeling a nice low back stretch. You can also drop the crown of your head down and lengthen through the spine. Bring the crown of your head towards me. Make it long. And then there's no graceful way to get out of this.
Come on out of it however you can. Come back up to neutral. Swing your legs around and come all the way onto your back. Pull your knees in towards your chest. Take some movement here. Give yourself a hug. Left foot plants down. Take the right knee up, right leg up rather. Pull it in towards you. And then roll onto your left hip. We're going to extend the right arm long and take a final supine twist. Drop the right shoulder down. Continue breathing softly and easily, even here towards the end of your practice. You don't want to lose that connection. Yoga is to yoke, to connect. Breath and movement, body and mind. Other side, coming back through center, plant the right foot, send the left leg up long, give it a little hug. And then take it across. Find your rotation. Extend your left arm long this time. And then drawing yourself back to neutral, take a moment here to take happy baby if you like it, or waterfall pose, legs up the wall. Take a moment to take any last adjustments you need before your final rest. And we're going to start getting ready for that. So make yourself comfortable on your back when you're ready. If you're not comfortable on your back, Shavasana, corpse pose, is usually a starfish position, snow angel position. Palms open, feet flopped open. And this is our most important pose of our practice, and I often feel that it doesn't get the attention it deserves. So I really want to make sure we get attention for this pose today. If this isn't comfortable on your low back, you can slide a pillow under your knees or a bolster, or you can even roll over onto your right side and take a fetal position. And then give yourself full and complete permission to rest mind and body. Take a scan of your body. And with no judgment and no expectations, see what's going on. Release gripping, just like we did at the beginning of class. Breathe easily and well. Stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. The stillness in our practice is just as important, if not more important, than our movement. When you're ready to come up, do so with gratitude for your practice and compassion towards yourself. Resting mind and body.